Hi, welcome back. Once again, we're delving into the world of Doctor Who miniatures. This time we're entering the 90s with these Harlequin miniatures. We've got a triple pack here featuring Little K9, the Fourth Doctor, and Marcus Scarman. No idea who that was, I did have to Google it. It's the guy from Pyramids of Mars. I haven't seen Pyramids of Mars. I hear it's really good, and I've seen lots of classic Who, lots of the bad ones, but no Pyramids of Mars. Anyway, these have been entombed for 30 years, so now I deliberate opening them. Do I have the right? Well, that's what I bought them for. Minis are made to be painted, so... Oh, it just popped off anyway. See, it was fate. Now it's time to assemble them. I say assemble, it's going to need gluing to the base. I noticed an odd bit of yellowing there. Maybe that's just old age. Someone on Fred's told me that they can rot over time when they were helping me justify the painting of the 80s ones from Games Workshop. So who knows? Maybe one day this will all turn to dust. What's it all for? So the bases are included, so I just need to glue those down. Oh, and a collector token. Is this still redeemable? How do we get in touch? But yeah, quick dab of super glue. Pop them into the bases. And from there, I'm ready to start the painting process. First things first is I'm going to add some sand to the bases. So using a little splooge of PVA glue. Apply that to all the bases, and just dip it in the sand and flick off the residue. And then using some matte black air primer, not the same matte black I went to school with, I gave everything a quick coat. It's still the middle of winter, so I shouldn't really be spraying. But this method of slapping it on seems to do the job. And then I give everything quite a heavy dry brush in grey to raise all the details out. Then once that's all done, it'll be time for the Corax White. I'll be hitting it with the dry brush again, just this time trying to catch all the edges and the highlights and the details, because we're about to slap chop the fuck out of this. Starting with some Gravelord Grey speed paint for the trousers on Mr. Tom Baker. Yes. You know, I think most of this is going to be plain sailing, using some murder scene for the jacket. Everything feels quite simple and blocked out, but I do think that scarf is going to be a challenge. Moving on to some dark wood. Apply this to the base to give it a nice earthy, muddy look, as well as his hat and his hair. Before moving on to the Crusader skin, for his Crusader's skin, and his tobacco-stained fingers. It was the 70s. And then some Salafta red for his, I guess it's a little ascot underneath the scarf. And I use a desolate brown for an undercoat on the scarf before cracking out the grim black, using that on his shoes. I do believe the base colours for that are all done. So once it's dry, I'll do the details, but we'll go on to K9 next, using some broadsword silver, just for his entire body, because he is a big silver boy. And then a tiny little bit of grim black for the neck area. Then I crack out the dark wood and apply a nice generous coat to the base. Once again, giving it that muddy texture, hopefully keeping them all uniform. And a little bit on his nose. And the computer panel on the back. I think I'm going to do a whole mix of colours for the lights on that. But for the eyes, it's Slaughter Red. And I'm ready to move on to Marcus Scarman, the main character, the headliner. The guy none of us had to Google. Using some Slaughter Red for his little neckerchief. And some Gravelord Grey for his waistcoat. And his trousers. Before using some grim black, mainly for his shoes, but then using a very watered down grim black. I'm going to apply that to the hair, give it a elderly grey look like in the show. And once again using the Crusader skin for his face and his hands. From there it's onto the pallid bone that we used for his blazer. Give that a nice generous coating. But then I did Google it once more and realised it was quite a lighter jacket. But we'll fix that later. For now, it's the dark wood on the base again. Keeping it uniform with the others. I'm almost ready to start doing all the details. But I did realise the broadsword silver was a little bit bright, so use some Nuln oil on Mr. K9 just to make the silver a bit less bright. And then from there, I'll be ready to add all the finer details, starting with Mephiston Red. And I'm going to use this to highlight some of the raised areas on his jacket, just to make it a lot more bold and vibrant. Particularly around the lining of his jacket and the edges of the pockets. And then while I've got the red out, a couple of stripes onto his scarf, and a little highlight on K9's eye. Moving on to the Wraith Bone. I use that for some additional stripes on the scarf, as well as some highlights on the blazer of Mr. Scarman. Then it's time to crack out the Cantor Blue. Once again, a couple of really delicate stripes on the scarf. Same for some Auric Flesh, which will add a nice green shade into the mix. And some Avalanche Sunset for the yellow. Then I got onto some Mechanicus Standard Grey. Using this, I'll do some highlights on the trousers of Scarman, as well as the trousers of Mr. Tom Baker. Yes. And I think I'm ready to call it done. Just need to add some grass to the base, using some PVA, sprinkling it on, and then just brushing it off to make sure the brims are nice and clean, before painting all the brims with a nice thick coat of Abaddon Black. And we are done! Time for a big reveal. Well, a miniature reveal. Doctor Who! Hey, the TARDIS, Doctor Who! All finished, and I did actually put them on eBay, but they've already sold, so no point in plugging that. Thank you for watching. I'm super happy with how they turned out, and now we've done one set of miniatures from the 80s, one from the 90s, and the next one is from the 2010s. See you next time. Bye.